Hey, and welcome to Like to Like. Today, we'll be taking a look at the Traser P59 Type 3. A watch so forgettable I keep on forgetting its name. That said, by we, I mean me, because let's face it, I'm doing the heavy lifting, and that's why I want to break up. I'm just joking. Some say you would be bananas to buy one. This watch is the watch that nearly broke the camel's back. As of 2020 wasn't hard enough, I thought I'd take up this I'd up the stakes in 2021 and challenge myself to a watch a week challenge where I wear one watch from my collection for a week and then subsequently, good word, subsequently, post a video, a review on the watch until I run out of watches. I know, First world problems. Too many watches to wear and then moans about it. Awesome, And why do I have this watch? Because I watched a film called Annihilation starring Natalie Portman. It was made in 2018 and lots of people wore this watch in that film. I like the film, and what can I say? I'm a sucker for product placement. Now this is a bit of an expensive thing, I think. Swiss francs is going to cost you 195 Swiss francs new if you order it from Traser. That works out to 176 euros, 152 pounds, or $212. Now, it doesn't seem to be very popular. Last reviews I found on the YouTubes was 2013, and then there was a write-up from watchreviewblog.com in 2018. This is the watch in question. Water resistance is 3 meters, 30 meters, and 3 bar, because apparently infantrymen don't get wet, so splash proof. Movement in here is the Ronda 505 movement. You know Ronda? It is slightly less attractive cousin. So quartz movement, and that quartz movement is going to cost you, if you order it yourself, $11 to $13. So cheap. On this watch, they claim, or I've read from some sources, was issued in the Gulf War, so 1991, which I don't think is actually true. That Stocker and Yale produced the Sandy 590, which looks exactly like this watch, and I'll be getting to it. The Sandy, Stocker and Yale, first produced a Tritium watch, the Sandy 490, that had a hand-wound movement, the ETA 2801 for the Gulf War. At MB Microtech, which is Tracer basically, MB Microtech produces Tritium tubes, and they produce the Tritium tubes for Stocker and Yale. At Stocker and Yale is to be or I assume still is, a supplier to the US Armed Forces. But apparently Stocker and Yale couldn't produce these watches fast enough for the Gulf War, that Marathon had produced, Canadian Marathon, had produced the 348. It's a similar watch, and they had these readily available. So the US government ended up getting their watches from Marathon. Now, talking about Marathon, you can get the GPM, which is quite closely related to this, for $360 US, which has got the mechanical movement in it, which is quite nice. But in any case, MB Microtech was founded in 1968. Now they're still the company that produce most of the Tritium tubes for different users. And there's several companies that make these Tritium watches. Amongst them, Luminix Watch Company, that was founded in 1989 and is now owned by Mondane, has been fully owned by Mondane since 2016. Now where this comes in, the watch division of Stocker & Yale was sold off in 2000 with MB Microtech. So Microtech, who does Tracer, inherited the brand. So I think that's why they make this P59. It's also called the P5900, but in any case. So I already spoke about the Tritium tubes. So the Tritium tubes in here is really what makes this worth it. From what I've searched, this is the cheapest Tritium watch you can buy. Half-life for the Tritium tubes are 12 years, 12.3 years to be exact. So these Tritium tubes they're not as bright as, let's say, Lumi Bright, but they shine the whole time. It isn't dependent on a light source that charges it so that you then get the luminous hands. This is always on, but that brightness halves by 12 and 12.3 years. So after 24 years, it's dead. Yes. But like I already said, MB Microtech, they're the world leading manufacturer of gaseous Tritium light sources, abbreviated to GTLS. They make watches, compasses, map readers, route markers, arch markers, and gun sights. And I thought Tritium was just Tritium. It isn't just Tritium. It's bloody expensive stuff. It's $30,000 US per gram. And that rabbit hole I disappeared down to when I was researching this said that it's produced in nuclear reactors. Wow. But, and I do say but a lot in this channel, don't I? About Tracer, since this is what we're talking about. Already said they established in 1969 as MB Microtech, and they've been produced a watch for the US Army, the P6500, which led to the formation of Tracer watches. So 1989 seemed to be a bit of a breaking point, not a breaking point, but this is when Tritium watches became available, sort of. And then their website's a bit funny, Tracers, that these are their bullet points, their highlights. Not all of them, but what struck my eye. So formation of MB Microtech, which is 1969, 1989 when Tracer is established, when they produced the first watch for the US Army, and then they have 1997, product placement in G.I. Jane, and then the next one is 2010, product placement in Bayside Shakedown 3. Never heard, never seen. But I guess we have to take a closer look at this watch, because this is really what you wanted to see, if you wanted to see. But in any case, it was again, but 37 millimeters in diameter, plastic case, stainless steel bezel. This plastic case they call, or claim it's made from polyester, say it's made from polyester. I don't know why they claim it's made from polyester, but it feels plasticky. Very generic. Crown there, mineral crystal, stainless steel case back, brushed, quite rough, with basic information there. MB Microtech H3 elimination, P59 type 3 serial number, then the Traser trademark Swiss made water resistant 3 bar, and then Tritium. So 4 screws taking this in place. You can get this, sorry, lots of reflection there, with this leather. I'm not sure from what animal this leather is, but leather backed with nylon. It's quite comfortable. It feels extremely cheap. Stainless steel brushed hardware. Like I said, comfortable. Not sure what animal this leather comes from. Nylon on top, and then some more. Might be leather, don't know. Some animal, maybe lots of animals, I don't know. And then the piece de resistance, the Tritium tubes. So you have these syringe style hands with lithium tubes, green. And then on the 5-minute intervals, you have some more Tritium tubes. And then at 12 o'clock, you have an orange Tritium tube, which is very, very handy, because you know where 12 is then, when the watch is on your bedside table, for example, where this watch has really lived most of its life. Because those Tritium tubes are always on, and the night tends to be quite dark, I have left this on my bedside table, and if I do wake up, it's there, and it always shines. And like I said, it isn't incredibly bright, but it is always on, and it's very legible, and that's where this watch really wins out. It is very, very legible. It's also very light. I think it was 41 grams, sorry. And like I may have said, you can get this on a leather strap, you can get this on a textile leather strap, and you can get it on a rubber strap. And I think I'd maybe rather get this on the rubber strap. I don't know what kind of rubber it is, because obviously I haven't got my hands on it. Like I already said, it's got the Ronda 505 movement, a cheapie. Battery, it takes the 371 cell, and run time is 45 months, so not bad. And accuracy is -10 plus to plus 20 seconds a month, which isn't bad. Sterile dial, no branding on there, only H3, so for the Tritium, and then a little radiation mark, printed. And then we have numerals, 12 to 1 and 30 to 24, date window there at 8. It's very comfortable. You don't know it's there. It just feels incredibly cheap, I think. And it feels like a toy. I was very glad that the week was over. Strange enough, I did form some kind of attachment to the watch. That apparently my granddad used to say, the difference between a bad haircut and a good haircut is 2 weeks. Maybe the difference between a good watch and a bad watch is a week. I don't know. But thanks for watching. I wouldn't buy this. Used, maybe, definitely not new. It is a lot of money. That said, it is the cheapest Tritium watch you can buy, at least the cheapest Tritium watch I found. But I would have liked if they put a little bit more effort into this. But thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe. And if you don't like it, put don't like. that you don't like. Just some feedback would be nice, people. Thank you very much for watching. See you in another week. Bye.